Good afternoon. Uh, I'm Professor Benjamin Ogele Okaba, the President of the Ijaw National Congress worldwide. Uh, I'm here to deliver a press statement titled "The Macabre Dance in the Rivers State House of Assembly." The first point to note is that the Ijaw National Congress, as the umbrella operative organization of over 40 million Ijaw people and the guardian of the socio-cultural and cultural interests, political interests of Ijaw people worldwide, has observed with deep dismay the recent political wranglings in our dear, peace-loving Rivers State between two very important arms of government, the legislature and the executive. The House of Assembly's duty, like we know in all civilized democracies all over the world, is critically that of lawmaking for the welfare, for peace, and for good governance of society. While, by way of separation of power, the duties of the governor and who is the head of the executive include governance, appointment of senior state officials in the political arm of government, and thirdly, through his cabinet, to bring about infrastructure and human capital development. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is very clear and loud on this as it pertains to which officers and in what capacities clearance has to be sought. The condition for acting appointments, not substantive appointments, acting appointments are not the same as substantive appointments. Substantive appointments, of course, require the clearance of the State House of Assembly, while temporary appointments are just stopgap measures. By way of appointments, they don't need any form of clearance on approval by the House of Assembly. They are temporary. They are stopgap measures that the governor is at liberty to enact while waiting for approvals of the House of Assembly. This is clearly evident in the recent appointments made by President Bola Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police. You all recall that all the service chiefs were given temporary appointments several weeks and months before their names were submitted to the Senate for confirmation for their respective substantive appointments. So there's always a gap between when a temporary appointment or acting appointment is given and when these appointments are substantiated or become permanent appointments. What is good in a democracy at the federal level will also apply at the state level, because we are all operating the same constitution. There could be variations, but on matters of law, as it pertains to temporary and substantive appointments, we have similar provisions. It is worthy of note that central to all the issues in Imbrago, talking about the macabre dance we have in the Rivers State House of Assembly, is a question of respect for constituted authority. and understanding clearly the boundaries that are set out for as responsibilities and obligations for the various tiers of government. A situation where, as we have observed, there seems not to be any decorum, no due diligence, no protocol, even decency in the way and manner the House of Assembly, a certain local government chairman in our dear state, Rivers State, address the chief executive, the governor, is quite unacceptable. We don't want to repeat those unprintable words, but we condemn them. For us, it's a show of irresponsibility. The governor has to be respected. So when you say a governor is a Mumu, it shows that you are the Mumu. But the Ijaw nation consider such unacceptable, and we also advise people or persons who are in the habit of disrespecting a man so elected by people of Rivers State to provide governance to desist from such acts. Yes, according to a great legal luminary, Barrister Kwafure Efeshu Leo, SAN, is late now. Such statements, abusive statements, are inflammatory to the blood and do not breed harmony, do not breed a conducive working environment within a people's corporate and public setting. And they are capable of provoking anger. And if, for instance, the case I've just mentioned, if those loyal to the governor decide to pick up on such issues, the peace we all crave for, we all pray for, we all work for, will be rooted. And we want to thank God also for the SYMFONI, who has decided to demonstrate decorum, as the leadership, who has decided to be focused on the reason for which he was actually elected as governor of Rivers State. Some other governors or chief executives elsewhere, maybe so those who have ruled Rivers State, will have done something else. But we thank God for his disposition, but that disposition should not be taken for granted. We have rumors and signs that are palpable everywhere that this dance, macabre dance we're referring to in Rivers State, is preparatory to serving the governor of Rivers State with impeachment notice should it be confrontational. That is the target. But we want to advise and at the same time make a very strong statement on that. The Ijaw nation will not accept any form of impeachment under any guise. This is not the first time we're addressing these issues. At the wake of the crisis, we came out strong aloud to say that though it is not an ethnic issue, but the point has to be noted and clearly understood that Fubara is a legitimate son of Ijaw nation. And it is in the DNA of Ijaw people to defend their own, particularly when he has not done anything that warrants any embarrassment. Let me say it again. I will never consider the crisis as ethnic. It's not a fight between Ijaw people and the Query people. It has never been. I said it before, that if you look at the list of those persons who signed the initial purported impeachment, the first set of people were Ijaw people. They were all Ijaw people. We also look at those that were arrested, those young boys are arrested. They were Query boys. After the press statement or the rally we had, you all saw the mammoth crowd. They were not Ijaw people. They were a mix of Rivers people, aggrieved by the fact that somebody they have bestowed leadership of is about to be removed. Aggrieved by people who felt that similarly has come with a new dawn of peace, a new dawn of freedom, a new dawn where Rivers people, irrespective of class, religion, irrespective of economic status, could breathe freely. That similarly represents a new dawn of freedom of Rivers people to speak, to hear their voices. People were aggrieved that for several years there were draconian policies. In fact, Rivers people were under siege, political siege, where the statements of a governor was just law, where a governor could talk down on even a traditional ruler. We're all aware of all of this. Rivers people decided to vote somebody. And because he has decided to ask questions, because the governor has decided to ask questions as a governor, they felt the best thing to do is to impeach him. It's undemocratic. Rivers State does not belong to one person. We have said it earlier. I'm not saying this because it is sin. After us, when Wike, as Minister of the Federal Republic, the Abuja city holder, some characters, I don't want to mention it. Some characters said he was not fit to be minister of the FCT. Ijaw Nation was forced to react that after all, Abuja was built with our resources. And when they were building Abuja, they did not say it was made for one particular ethnic group or one religious group. It was made for Nigeria. We were not Query people, but we stood, before even the Query people made noise. We even sent a cream of Ijaw leaders on a solidarity message to him. It's to tell you that we have no biases against anybody, and nobody should inject any ethnic coloration into what we are saying. We are fighting for justice. What we are simply saying that, look, a governor has been elected. Allow him. Day your day, make him day your day. Allow him to govern. After 4 years, if the people consider him worthy of another 4 years, so be it. If after 4 years they say no, why not? But let him be governor. That has been our point. We will do the same. If it's an Ogoni man, we do the same thing. If it's an Eshe person, we do the same thing. We have provided leadership in the Niger Delta when it comes to issues of injustice. And we don't have any regret for doing that. So, what we're saying, the plea is that Ijaw Nation will not accept any impeachment. Any impeachment will not be acceptable to us. It's a plea that can be translated into some form of advice. It's not a threat. It's a plea. We, therefore, also want to caution as many persons as possible, even our own House of Assembly members. Want to caution them. They should know the repercussions of betraying an Ijaw man. Our House of Assembly, Ijaw House of Assembly members in Rivers State that are carrying flag to destroy their own. I just pity them because there's repercussion. Let's go down to Bayelsa, those men that betrayed Alamesia, those persons that have betrayed so many other persons of the Ijaw nation. They will tell you what they are suffering. They have gone into political oblivion. And that is the kind of cost that awaits these same persons. And I will advise the earlier they take note of that. Ijaw people are supportive. Ijaw people don't sell out. And we all know all these anti-Fubara movements and macabre dance, etc., are all induced by money and political factors. There is nothing as great as defending your own man. That is the humble thing to do. So this plea for constraint, for caution, is not from the point of weakness, but is from for the point of position of advanced knowledge and education. We all know that nobody can define the path of any lit fire. And indeed, no one can define the direction of a lit fire, particularly on an Amatan grass lane. We give this advice, in good conscience, believing that the volatile oil river, Niger Delta, and Ijaw nation is cautiously washing. We're up when the crisis started, and we decided to take a recess. And in between, we've been engaging because our ultimate interest is that of peace. We've been engaging with the belief that with intervention of the president of this country and some other great leaders of this country, peace will return to Rivers State. Finally, we hope that the drums, and the signature tunes for this macabre dance are not coming from outside influencers, for we know how to adequately and appropriately respond to those dramatic personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, the clear message is that let us give peace a chance. Let us respect constituted authority. Let us please allow a governor that is duly elected to perform his constitutionally defined responsibility without any hindrance of every form. Let us give him the chance to demonstrate leadership to his fullest, unhindered. And I think if that is done, it will be good for not only for himself, but also good for democracy. Thank you very much.
Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.